This hair though, need a haircut ASAP. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Just running some errands today, but kind of just crossed my mind. I've owned this car for like 3+ years, so I was like, why not make a video about my thoughts? So for today's video, I just wanted to hit 5 points talking about my experiences with this car for the past 3+ years. So let's get the day rolling. Alright, your boy is hungry, so I gotta hit up my local Korean supermarket. I don't know if you guys know, but there's like a Korean supermarket called H Mart, and there they sell like a lot of like marinated meats and stuff. So it's just like really easy to cook. You know, you just buy like a little box of that, slap it on the stove, and you're all good to go. So you eat with some rice and stuff, and they sell like sides and stuff too, like all that banchan stuff. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, so I'm just heading there right now, cause yeah, we're trying to not eat out as much, trying to save money for these car parts. The first point, oh, my camera, is it falling down? Come on there. All right, my first point I want to talk about daily drivability. So having this car as a daily. I'm so sorry guys if like my camera is shaking. This is not ideal. I don't really have a mount. I'm just kind of placing it down. In my personal experience so far, I mean, this is my daily driver. Like, I don't have like a beater car, I don't have like a winter car, I don't have another vehicle to drive around. Like, this is what I use to get everywhere. To be honest, it's not that bad. It's been kind of quite nice for me driving it on trips. You know, I've driven this car all the way to Vegas before. I had to off-road a little bit because we were going to this lantern festival thingy, and yeah, it took us off the main road and stuff, so it handled it like a champ. And I was lower too, which is crazy in my eyes. It hasn't been too bad. You know, a lot of people always talk about driving manual, you know, in being stuck in traffic, and honestly, it's not even that bad. Once you get used to it, you know, everything becomes like second nature to you. Like, I don't even notice it anymore, just because it's been so long and it's just like a natural thing for me now. So yeah, daily driving is not too bad. I kind of like it. My car specifically is lowered on BCBR coilovers with 8K springs, so it's definitely a upgrade over stock suspension in terms of I'd say, what is it? How do I say it? It basically, the aftermarket coilovers provides a lot of stiffness to the car. So like, it basically makes you able to corner a lot tighter. If you're like, you know, taking a corner super fast, it eliminates body roll. Not to say that this car has any body roll with stock suspension, like it basically doesn't, but the coilovers basically upgrades that. That being said, like my car being lowered on aftermarket coilovers, it's gonna be a little bit harsher. By a little bit, I mean like a lot bit harsher than over stock suspension. After a while, I got used to it. You know, like driving other cars. Like the other day, my sisters were down here to visit, and they rented a 2018 Camry, so we drove that around for a few days, and that was like a boat. Like, it felt so smooth and comfortable, but it handled like a boat, you know? So it just kind of like made me realize, like, wow, like driving this car, it's like a totally different world, you know? It just feels like a go-kart. So that leads me to my next point, practicality. Is this car practical for someone to have as a daily driver, you know, just an everyday car, or just, you know, a car to just drive in general? I think it is, in terms of fun, but when it comes to storage, you guys obviously know this car is not the biggest car. The trunk space is decent. I mean, it's bigger than I thought. I fit a lot more things in there than I thought I could. It's basically a 2-seater. Like, the seats in the back don't even count. If you're like taller than 5'5", I'd say, yeah, no one can fit behind you. I'm like 5'8", 5'9", and literally there's like no space. Like, if you sit behind me, you're gonna have to put your knees up to your chest. So totally not practical. Regardless, I love it because I don't really drive many people around anyways, so it doesn't really affect me And I mean, I'm not gonna stuff like huge boxes in here to move stuff. If I was gonna do that, I'd get a truck or something, right? Or I'd rent a truck or ask a friend that has a truck for help or something like that. So in the overall, I guess, scheme of things, when it comes to practicality, it'd probably be like on the lower range. Doesn't fulfill a lot of the needs a car does, I guess, in the best overall way. But if you know what you're looking for, like I did, and you're okay, you accept, like, you know, like the things that I guess it doesn't do well, like obviously driving around other people, storage space, but overall I think it's decently practical. All right, we made it, boys. Be right back, gotta get some meat.
20 minutes later.
All right, y'all, package secure, let's get it. All right, so we got some of that meat right there. I was talking about the marinated meat. Got some sliced cucumbers, I like that stuff. Got some kimchi, can't go wrong with that. And I got like a box of that microwavable rice because, you know, I get lazy sometimes. So, you know, I don't have a rice cooker that I use normally anyways. So if I can't get rice from work, I have that to fall back on. So on to the next thing. All right, so let's move on to reliability. So the past 3+ years, I've had no problems. Granted, my engine is still stock. I haven't really done anything power mod wise. So stock motor, pretty reliable. I mean, let me check. I'm at almost 44,000 miles and no issues so far, which is awesome and great. I'm so sorry guys about the lighting. The sun is behind me now. Overall, it's a pretty reliable car. You know, I've just been maintaining it, doing my fluid changes, just making sure the car runs nicely, and no major problems so far. If there was some wood, I would knock on some wood right now, because, you know, knowing my luck, something might go wrong. The F820 motor, there was a lot of uncertainty with it when the car first released. Obviously, being a new boxer engine from Subaru and Toyota collabing together, people were kind of unsure about how reliable it would be, especially when you're, you know, doing power mods and boosting it on stuff. But in my case, it's still basically stock, and it runs like a dream, you know, minus the obvious cricket noises everyone always talks about. But lately I haven't been noticing the cricket noises anymore. I don't know what happened to them, but they disappeared. So I don't know if that's a good sign or not. After 3+ years, car's still running strong, motor's still beautiful, still humming along. So I have no issues there, thankfully.
A few moments later.
So it's supposed to rain in a few days, but I thought, why not just give my car a quick little wash? Wash off all the dirt and the bird poop. I didn't want it to kind of sit on my car, you know, so, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to kind of wash it off. But dang it! Looking nice, but look at how dirty it is though. So let's give it a quick wash. All right, guys, on to point number. All right, on to point number 4. I want to talk about the styling of the car. So every time I get out of my car, I gotta look back at it, and it just gives me this like really happy feeling inside. I'm just like, holy crap, like this is my car. I drive this car. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things about this car for me is like, even after owning it for 3+ years, I'm still in love with the car. Like, I just love the way it looks. You know, even stock body, like I haven't wide bodied it. I haven't done any crazy fender flares or anything like that to it. All I did was slap on some wheels and some meaty tires, and it just changes the way the car looks. Like, it looks amazing. You know, it just looks super sporty, and like, I don't know how to describe it, put into words, but it just makes me feel super awesome and really blessed to be able to drive that car. Compared to the newer generation, I actually prefer the older generation for the FRS and 86 and stuff. I think the older generation to me looks a little bit more aggressive, and it's more timeless in the design, I guess. Because the front bumper, the new 2017s and stuff and up, it doesn't look bad, but to me it looks like, comparing stock to stock, I think the first generation bumper of the FRS looks a lot better than the 2017 one. However, once you slap on like aftermarket lip kits and stuff, I think the 2017 looks a little bit better. It has like the slight edge over the older generation ones because there's like the aim gain. Is it the aim gain kit? It looks super sick, man. Like one day, like that's gonna be my goal, is I want to slap on the second generation bumper with that kit. It's gonna look super crazy. Other than that, styling, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think it's just gonna be a timeless design. It's just gonna look awesome for years to come. Funny enough, I actually have a picture of it as my background for one of my monitors. But yeah, this is the aim gain / Dance Nation collaboration kit or whatever. Pretty much the aim gain kit. This is the version 2 for the second generation. It just looks so badass. Like the way they designed it and just the whole front lip makes it look like that much better. Like I think without like all that, like with the stock body, I don't really like the 2017 front face, but with this kit it just looks super cool. So that's the goal. And for the 5th and final point of this video, would I buy it again? And the answer is yes and no. I know that's kind of like a really indecisive type of answer. I mean, I'm a very indecisive type of person, but let me explain. I would buy it again just because my experiences with the car so far for the past 3 years has been awesome. I've loved every minute of it. I haven't had any major problems, you know, no issues with the motor, no issues with, you know, driving it every day and all that kind of stuff. Like I love it. Like I just love the whole experience. Like it literally feels like a go-kart. Like that's like the best way I can describe my car right now, is it feels so responsive, like through the corners and all that stuff. It does feel a little gutless a little bit, you know, when you push the throttle down and there's nothing really there. But again, that's not really what the car was designed for. It's designed for, you know, taking corners, not going fast in a straight line. I say no because I guess maybe it's because I'm in a different mindset now because I'm a little bit older now. And so I kind of want to go do more things like traveling, in a sense, like going up to the mountains, you know, snowboarding, hiking, all those kind of outdoorsy stuff, and going fishing and stuff. And so like having a little bit more space in my car would be more ideal for that. So like, let's say if I got like a STI or something, like that's all-wheel drive, it's boosted and all that cool stuff, and I can totally off-road with that, you know, go fishing, hiking, camping, all that stuff, and I have no worries, and it has enough space for me to bring stuff. So in that sense, that's why I would kind of say no, I wouldn't buy it again. But overall, just based off of just the experience of having the car so far, I would recommend buying it. I would totally buy it again in that sense. But there you have it, guys. My 5 points I wanted to hit really quick on my 3+ years of ownership of my FRS. I've loved every minute of it. It's been awesome, and I can't wait to buy more parts for it so I can modify it. I really want to boost it, but as you guys know, that's super expensive. So gonna need to work harder, gonna need to save even more for that stuff. But it will come. Guarantee it. If you guys found this video helpful at all, you know, if you guys appreciated the information, my insight on my experience owning this car, you know, give the video a thumbs up. That helps out a lot. The more likes I get, the higher the chance my videos will pop up in the, you know, recommended videos for people's like playlists on the sidebar and stuff on YouTube. Also, throw down a comment down below if you guys actually own one of these. If you guys actually own an FRS or BRZ or an 86, give me your thoughts on your experience so far. Whether if you just bought it or if you've had it for a few years like me, like what's your experience like with it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you buy it again? You know, just let me know. Let's have a conversation down below, guys. But as always, I love you guys. Actually, I just remembered, but we hit over 300 subscribers, which is crazy. I think I'm at like 302 now. So thank you guys for helping me get to that milestone. It's my personal goal, and we did it. So now my next goal is to hit 500. So I'm gonna keep on grinding, keep on posting videos as much as I can for you guys, creating good content and building a community, you know, just becoming friends, right? But that's all I got for you guys today. So until next time, guys, peace.